Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Big Brigade. Hope everybody's having a lovely Thursday night. Yes, it's late. I didn't record it at my normal 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was busy. Crocheting, of course. What a day we've had. It started at 7 o'clock this morning. You know me, and early mornings are not copacetic. There was coffee involved. Yes. And Johnny and I got to go to Foster Industries. Foster, I think. And it's not quite 10 miles from here, but it's quite a little distance down and around the way. And but we went down there, and it's quite a big place. And they had a lot of high-functioning, mentally disabled people like John. Adults, all adults. No young people. And, you know, the concern that we had that they would have, you know, severely disabled people that, you know, that John couldn't interact with, or that would maybe annoy him. You know, let's just face it, he has certain idiosyncrasies, or whatever you call it, things that annoy him, okay? And being around people that are, you know, more severely disabled than himself is difficult for him to deal with, okay? I'll put it that way. And when he was in high school, they just lumped everybody together. As far as being in special education, in schools, they don't divide everybody out into their specific group. They just lump everybody into the same classroom. They don't say, okay, the Down syndrome children over here, the autistic children over here, the nonverbals over here. They don't see it that way. They just put everybody in the same class. And so it's very difficult to function in a situation that way for John. And he did fine. He was on the honor roll, and he did good. That way he persevered and managed to get through high school. He got through all of his schooling, and so he did fine. He survived it, even with bullies and everything in tow. And so today when we went, the people were so friendly. And they had a day center, of course, you know, as you would expect, where they could do arts and crafts. There was painting, there was beadwork, there was, you name it, they had it. They have a kitchen there where they serve hot meals every day, where he could buy his lunch every day, breakfast too, I think, probably. Man, all kinds. Oh, they have karaoke, which I found amazing. And they were watching a movie, and they had fresh popcorn there for them. And then they had a work side. So she took us to the work side, where they actually employ the people there, and they get contracts with companies to do certain things. And they have industrial laundry, to where they have a contract with the Air Force Base here. That we have a Air Force Base here called Barksdale Air Force Base. And they have a contract with Barksdale Air Force Base to do the laundry. And so they had all these machines where they wash them, these huge washers and these huge dryers, and then these machines where they feed the sheets and the towels and stuff through, and it dries them and starches them. And then on the other side, they just wrap them up and package them however, whatever specs that the contract dictates that they're to be wrapped, and then they ship them back to the base. And then they had this other room where they were sorting through little packages of things that were for welders. And you put 2 clear ones and a black one in the package, and then you close the package, and you move on to the next one. And it was just piecework, you know, just repetitive piecework. And they had several people sitting at tables doing that. And that was a lot of the piecework, and so, you know, things that were just repetitive. Just do this, do this, all for hours at a time, which is fantastic for someone like John and people like him that can't deal with like 6 steps, you know. So you give him 2 or 3 steps, and he can do those 2 or 3 steps over and over again and get very good at those 2 or 3 steps. But you give him, you know, 6 steps, something's going to get lost and something's going to get lost. Those last 2 steps, he's going to forget. By the time he gets to the 4th step, after about the 3rd step, he's forgotten what the last 2 steps were, and he's going to come back to you and say, I forgot what you said. So that's how John's mind works. He can only work this far ahead, and then he forgets. He has very terrible short-term memory, very terrible. He doesn't remember what happened 2 years ago. He you know, he just has terrible memory. So these type jobs are perfect for him, because if he's doing it every single day, and he's coming in and he's doing this repetitious work every single day, that's how he learned how to cook. Just doing the same thing every day, and he just got used to it, and he's become very good at it. And so this is perfect. It's just perfect. And the people were so wonderful bunch of people. And I was just so happy. And they get paid to work at the work spot. You know, I can't even explain to you how comfortable I felt with the possibility of him going there. And then I said, y'all don't have any crochet people here? And she says, no. She said, no one knows how to crochet. I said, do y'all accept volunteers? Do you accept volunteers? I could teach you how to crochet, maybe. So there might be something in the future for that. She says, not necessarily volunteers. She said, but you could come and you tell us what to get and come and show us what to do. And I was like, because I just love, and everybody was somewhat high function. You know, some of them were a little slower than John, and I did see a couple of Down syndrome people, but they appeared to be with it. You know what I mean? They weren't like, you know, zoned out or anything like that. They appeared to be very with it, you know, like they, you know, were very self-aware and everything. And, but it was just so great. You know, it was everything I needed it to be, everything I felt like John needed it to be. And he didn't say much. He's very reserved, and he's kind of like, you know, he doesn't want to be disappointed. He's very scared of being disappointed. Now there's a whole process that we have to go through to get approved, because it's under a grant situation. The funding for this program is under a government grant situation or a state grant situation. So I have to go through this other agency to get, they have to go into John's background, and you know, we have to prove he's disabled and whatnot, through his school records and that kind of thing. We had to get that documentation to them and prove that he's disabled, and that sort of thing, so that they can get him certified to go there. So, and I figured that he would go to the day program, do the arts and crafts thing, hang out and watch movies, and get acclimated to that, to their programs, so that they can determine which of those job situations would be best fitted for him. That's my take on it. I think that's the best course of action. Of course, they are the professionals. I will leave that decision to them on how they go about that. But the first step is, of course, to get him accepted, to get him certified, so that he can actually go out there. So, but I'm excited. So, I feel like this is the first step in a long set of steps to get him to where he wants to be. So, but for the first time in a long time, I feel like he has a real good chance of being the independent young man that he wants to be. and that when the good Lord calls me home, that I will feel like he is secure, you know. I'm not looking to go home anytime soon, just to let you know. But in the next 30 years, you know, but by then, Johnny will be good, you know, he will be fine. And I feel like this is the step in that direction to him being good and fine. And Mama being able, you know, at 80 or 90 years old, being able to lay my head down and go, he's fine, you know. And that's all I want in this world, you know. So we did that today, and that was wonderful. And so tomorrow I will get into all the, I will make all the calls and start the ball rolling on that. And so after we got home, I made them, well, I had a little bit of scrambled eggs, but I made some scrambled eggs and sausage with some cheese, and because Will was off work today, so I made some breakfast when I got back. And then I had ordered some yarn from Joanne's, as you will. But before I get into this next bit of happy stuff, I did want to just kind of do a little cleanup type stuff. And I think maybe I have miscommunicated a little bit after getting an email, that maybe I have miscommunicated some things that I have shared. Maybe there's just been some misunderstandings. I don't know. Y'all can help me in the comments. Maybe maybe this particular person just misread me, maybe. But I had talked about the fact that YouTube does not take excuse me. Oh yes, guess what? I can now drink strawberry water again. Carbonated strawberry water. Yes, strawberry water back in the house. I'm so happy to have my Yeti cup back and my strawberry water. Tomorrow, I'm getting a Diet Mountain Dew. Yes, and we're going to try and see how that goes. 3 months with no carbonation. Now I can have carbonation. Now, at first, when I poured it in the cup, I did a whole lot of burping, but it wasn't painful burping. It was just burping. And I was so glad that it was just burping and it wasn't excruciating like when I first tried 3 months ago. But I think I waited a significant amount of time that it's okay now. So, but of course, the carbonation died down being in my cup and everything and being on ice and what have you. But carbonated strawberry water, I'm so happy. And if you've been with me long enough, you know this is Walmart strawberry flavored water that I love so much. But anyway, when I was talking about the whole having to file taxes for the first time since 2016, and then I said I didn't know what I'd do if I had to pay into taxes. Well, that was and wasn't true. I was a little confused, but of course I have Eva, my best friend, one of my besties, who is a tax preparer and has been for over 10 years. She has my back. She informed me directly that I have enough tax deductions that I won't be paying a dime for my not taxed income from YouTube. So I'm good. I'm fine. No worries. And I sort of knew, but didn't quite know that that was the case. You know, it helps to know. But so if I gave anybody the impression that I was overly concerned about the tax situation, I'm not really. I've actually been doing my own taxes. And when I stopped having to file my own taxes in 2016, I've been doing Will's taxes for him ever since then. I do TurboTax for him. He don't do his own taxes. I go through the little steps and clickety clicks and typety types and do all that stuff for him on TurboTax.com. Yeah, I did his taxes this year too. So just because sometimes I seem a little bit aloof, a little bit naive maybe, I'm not. I'm actually quite intelligent, but I'm really good at pretending not to be. I wouldn't say that I'm pretending. I just, being from the South, sometimes if you show your intelligence, it could be considered being snooty. Being a little bit too smart, or talking with big words, or acting a little too intelligent can be considered acting snooty. So I talk a little more simple. I talk more simply because I don't want to come across snooty, if that makes any sense. So if I seem like sometimes like a bubblehead, it's because I don't want to come across snooty. So there you have it. I'm actually quite intelligent. I used to do tech support for people's wireless connections. I used to remote into people's computers via the internet and help them connect their computers to the internet. Yes, I've actually taken computers apart and replaced parts in computers. I used to do that for a living. So, dumb I am not. I just choose not to wear my intelligence like a sarcasm coat and not to be snooty. So, if sometimes I seem a little aloof, it's just because I don't want to come across snooty. And if I sometimes seem like, oh, and please don't worry about my finances. I don't have a car payment. I don't have credit cards. I pay rent, utilities, and household expenses. That's it. If I need to save money, I save money. I buckle down and don't spend it on frivolous things if I need to. So if you hear me and Johnny went out to eat, or I bought yarn or whatever, I could afford to do that. The first of the month, I pay all the bills right off the bat. Like as of right now, the only thing that I haven't paid is the rent, because I haven't been able to hand the check off to the landlord yet. All the rest of my bills are paid because I can pay them online. Paid, done, over with. And I still have money in the bank because, well, I'm smart like that. So please don't worry about me financially. I'm good. If I need to save for something, I can do that. I know how to do that. So if y'all are ever worried about me, please don't. I'm good. If I need to earn extra money, I have yarn over there I can sell. I can get to whipping my hook and make somebody a sweater real quick and make money. I can do that. Nobody's going hungry here. We're fine. If I ever gave you that impression, then please let me clear that up now. Thank you for this portion is over. So let me get to the yarn that I bought. So this here, and I was enabled by watching a Cinnamon Stitches video. She was showing this big twist party yarn on her video the other day in this color, and it just got a hold of me and I had to have it. And I know y'all probably saw the same video I saw, and this color got to you too. This color is called Bubba Tea. Let me see. Let me find it again. Yeah, bubble tea. But it is beautiful spring green, and it has little hints of purple in it. Little tiny little hints of purple. And when I tell you it's gorgeous, it's gorgeous. Now, at first I was like, when I got it, I was like, I'm gonna have to use a 5 or a 5.5 millimeter hook with that. But then when I got the 5, I got the eye hook out, the 5.5 out, and I was going to use that. And then when I started working with it, I was like, oh no, I can use a 6 with that easy. Sure enough, I can use a 6 excuse me, burp, 6 millimeter with this yarn, no problem whatsoever. And this yarn feels like a soft cotton, and it's 100% acrylic. There are, let's see here, 240 yards per skein, 3.5 ounces, 220 meters, and it's 100 grams. And I think it says on here, let me see. Yeah, it recommends an eye hook. And of course a 5mm knitting needle. And it's a 4-weight yarn. And you can machine wash and dry. Do not bleach. No triangles. And it says 10 will make a blanket, 5 will make a sweater, 2 will make a hat, and 2 will make a scarf. So, what was that? Oh, it's got the Okotex standard on the back of it too. That's awesome. Now, I will tell you that this yarn is slightly splitty. And I think Juan, the Yarn Addict, did show this on his channel in another color, and did a review and told you about the splittiness. Now, if you are a very, very tight crocheter, you might experience a problem with that. I'm a very loose crocheter, so I did encounter the splittiness in parts of the yarn, but mainly the beginning when I first started using it, at the very beginning of the yarn, and then toward the end. But in the middle, no, not at all. But it's mainly happened in the beginning of the skein and toward the end of the skein. But in the middle, I was good. So, and very minimum on the yarn barf. If you know, yarn barf. When you go to pull the thing out the middle, you're either going to get a skein that you have to, then hand ball, or you just a little bit of yarn barf where you can just unravel it and start working. It wasn't bad. Not bad at all. I'm on my second skein. But I had to have it because I wanted a granny square pullover made out of it. Just had to. Because St. Patty's Day is coming up next month. But I wanted this top now. I wanted the top now. You ever just wanted something and you wanted it now? Well, yeah. That's happening to me. But this time I decided, because I noticed that on some of Jen over at Cinnamon Stitches, some of her granny squares, she doesn't chain between clusters. And I said, you know what, I'm going to try that. So I decided on this one, I would not chain between clusters because I wanted that more snugger look and less, I wanted it to be, a more tighter look. And so far, this is what we got. This is how it's working up. I think that's really nice. I think it's a beautiful color. I wish, for some reason, this light above us is washing it out just a little bit because it's really bright. It's really vibrant. It's a very vibrant green. And I'm going to put it just a little closer if y'all can see those itty bitty bits of purple. It gets a little lost in the green, but they're there. But yes, I got 10 skeins. Because I didn't know how much I would need. But let me see where we're at. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm 17 rounds in. Okay. And I just hadn't too long, I think. Yeah, I just tied on another ball. And I got to go 24 rounds. So I got 7 more rounds on this square, and that should be, because I kept looking. I was like, because I'm not chaining, I'm like, is this going to be big enough? But yeah, this will be fine. I think I'm going to make myself the 3X size for that pattern. I'm going to make myself the 3X size because I like my stuff baggy. So I'll make myself the 3X size, and it'll be just fine. Because even when I reach my goal weight, I can, wear some little leggings with it next year when it's too big. I look forward to these things. So yes, this would be this, and I think I'm going to have enough to make me one and Eva one. Yes, but this is gorgeous. It's really beautiful. Very, very happy with this. And I do want to share with you that, and I forgot to mention this, I don't know what I was thinking, but I did get in Happy Mail the other day from Amazon, this hoodie off of my Amazon wish list. And these are from my buddy Serena in Canada. And I got these little things, I'll have to take it out of the package. These barrettes. Now I know what you're thinking. You just cut off your hair again, but I could pull up. I could pull the sides up still, and put a barrette in just like that. So don't think I won't use those barrettes. I will. But these are I had on my wish list to put on my sweaters. And let me get to and I'll show you what they are. They're closures, and you put one on each side of a sweater, and they hook together just like so. And aren't they pretty? They're silver, and they're so pretty. I can't wait to use them on one of my cardigans, that one I got started over there. And so this hoodie that I've been wearing for 2 or 3 days now. And this set of barrettes from Serena from my Amazon wish list. Thank you so much, Serena. And if you've been watching for 26 minutes, then there's a surprise for you. I decided that I have so many of y'all lovely people, a little over 2,500 of you now, that y'all deserve a little old Valentine's Day giveaway. This is a strictly hidden giveaway, so please, please, please do not put in any of the comments about the giveaway. No, oh, you're generous, or any of that stuff. The word is going to be love. Just put the word love somewhere, fit it into a sentence or something like that. Just the word love, because our world needs more love. Less hate, more love. And let me show you what you're going to win. This hook that I couldn't get to conform to my style, you're going to win this. This is a 6 milli hook. This is an OPHIRE company hook. This is a 6 milli hook. This is not my style. I got it for 2 reasons. I wanted to give it a shot, and it was turquoise. It was a December burst on something or another, but it's really beautiful. It is. And it has its handy dandy little case here, so it will travel perfectly well in this little case. So you'll get it in this and not worry about it being broken because it's a resin hook. Okay? Then you will get 3 of this lovely skeins of this creek. And let me tell you, this yarn is really lovely. And I'll read you the specs on the yarn just in case you hadn't seen it before. It's 7 ounces, 200 grams, 372 yards, 340 meters. It's a 4-weight yarn. Recommends, good Lord, a 5 millimeter knitting needle and a 5 millimeter crochet hook. But it is a very thick 4-weight. It's a nice 4-weight. You could use a 6 mil, no problem whatsoever. This color is called Mora's Rose. And there's going to be 3 of these in this beautiful bright pink because it's Valentine's Day coming up. So they're going to be 3 of these in the pink. And I did just buy this other pink, and I don't have a purpose for it. I kind of had this, I think I had this giveaway in mind when I bought this. So this that I showed you yesterday, this is going in the giveaway too. So there'll be 3 of these. And this is the Loops and Thread Cream Cotton. And let's see, this is the Pale Orchid color. Let me find the fiber content again. 87% cotton, 13% nylon. So there's 3 of these, and there is 324 yards per skein. So you have enough to make a baby blanket if you wanted to, since it's got cotton and nylon in it. It'd make a nice baby blanket. It's a 4-weight too. It's a nice 4-weight. You could probably safely use that 6 mil on this. But so you'll get these 3 skeins, these 3 skeins, and a 6 mil hook. The O-Fire hook. Should your name be drawn. Now this giveaway is for US, the lower 48 the physical prize is for the lower 48 states. I'll put it this way. The lower 48 states will get the physical prize. If you happen to be outside of the lower 48, meaning Canada, UK, you know, outside of that area, then I will do a monetary prize like an Amazon card or PayPal or something like that. So don't leave yourself out if you happen to be outside of the lower 48. I won't do the physical prize if you're outside of that area, but I will do a monetary prize. So don't, you know, don't think you can't enter because you're outside of the area. What in the world is in that box? Okay, sorry, I was seeing a loose string and I had to pull it. Anyway, squirrel, right? But just be at least 18 years old. It would be nice if you were subscribed to my channel. And please like the video. Leave a comment with the code word LOVE. Please don't put anything about the giveaway because this is a hidden giveaway. And that's about it. And of course, YouTube doesn't have anything to do with this giveaway. I'm sponsoring this giveaway. So there you have it. And I'm going to run it from tonight until the 10th. The 10th. Let me make myself a note. Where's my pen? There's a notepad somewhere. Or something else. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Way 2 through 2:10. That'll give me a few days to get it to you, depending on where you are in the country. So you'll get it around February 14th or, you know, somewhere close to it. And don't put it past me to put some candy in it. Just saying. It might be in the form of a Pez dispenser. Because I have a couple of them around. But anyway, whoever wins, I will discuss with them whether they need sugar-free or not. Because I do have a little bit of sugar-free candy around here. And I do have a Pez dispenser or two that I can throw in there. So, anyway, so good luck to everybody. And thank you for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful night. I hope I didn't bore anybody. Please remember that I love you and so does Jesus. And please adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye now.